where stories ignite. Every spark and ember glows with tales tonight. We'll read, you'll choose, endless quest, fireside tales, and me. Every path we take leads to worlds we've yet to see. Heroes rise and fall in lands both near and far. Mysteries unravel under moon and star. Twists and turns behind each door. Every page holds something more. Come closer now, the fire's warm. Adventures calling evermore. We'll read, you'll choose, endless quest, fireside tales, and me. Every path we take leads to worlds we've yet to see. So stoke the flames and turn the page. Our endless tale has just begun. Stoke the flames and turn the page. Our endless tale has just begun.
Greetings. This program may contain mature content. From the Hilt cautions. Viewer discretion is advised. This is live content and sometimes people swear. Because we like to say shit if we want to. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Greetings, I'm Logan, the G.I. Joe Gamer, and I will be your narrator tonight. I know it's Fridays, but we weren't going to do anything tonight. I was going to do this show last Thursday, but I wasn't well. Still kind of recovering, but I'm good enough to do this tonight. So I wanted to at least say hi to everybody and come on and read a book. And we got lots of folk in the chat, and we're going to say hello to everybody right now. All right, all my friends, come to say hello. We got Playing Games YouTube one. Welcome in, one of our new subscribers. Good to have you with us. We got Bobby Catalano, my friend Bobby, the blue chick. We got Betty from Retirement Days. Welcome in, Betty. Look at this. We got from the Treehouse. We've got Phil. How you doing, my bro, Phil? And we got Cool Gamer. What's up, Cool Gamer? It's good to see you, buddy. It's good to have you all in tonight. You're 4.0 tonight. What's going on with that, buddy? It's good to see everybody. Okay. All right. So tonight we're going to be reading a sci-fi. Star Frontiers was a game that TSR produced back in the 80s. And it was their sci-fi game. And this is Villains of Volturnus. We've read a sci-fi one before. Actually, you know what? I don't think we did. I thought we read the Top Secret one, not this one. So this should be interesting. Maybe we did sci-fi. Maybe we did. All right, but we do have a poll going to see what we're going to read next time. This is our season finale, but we won't be back till February to read a book, which is, that's just how it is, unfortunately. Hilt Fam's got things we got to do. We're going to have holidays coming up, and you guys got holidays coming up, and In January, there's some things I need to do. I need to publish some books and finish them. Finish my G.I. Joe movie, and there's certain things I need to do. And look at this. We got Jess Laws popping in here. I don't know, Jess. We got Ray. So we have achieved outrageous. Hello, Rudini. Good to see you, my friends. All right. So, like I said, tonight we're reading Villains of Volturnus, which is odd because I was over at Zeg Media tonight. And he was talking about starting a new sci-fi game, which the Tiger and I are working on too, one of our own. So, you know, it's just an interesting coincidence tonight. All right, on the poll, you only have 3 choices, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Circus of Fear, which is a D&D style book, this one's a lot of fun, different. Under Dragon's Wing, this one can be cool. Oh, I can do this too. I have the technology. So we got Circus of Fear, we got Under Dragon's Wing, which is this one. Fun adventures. And then Secret of the Djinn, if you guys are interested. This is one of the newer ones they put out in the 90s. And it's set up a little differently. It runs a lot like that Halloween book. What was the name of that? Night Shift that I read for Halloween. So that was fun. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hello. I don't know where Tiger is tonight, my friend. You know, she might be just too tired. They are running her ragged there, her mom and her sister, and she's in California and just chilling with her fam down there. And the Hill fam is actually on the road. Everybody except my sister and my nephew will be here in my house, but so the house will be empty. The rest of us will be here. We'll be on the road going to California to have Thanksgiving with my mother-in-law and their family, and then the Tiger will be coming back with us. So, what do you mean? What do you mean, Rudini? Jess is rampaging. It's good to see everybody. Reading is fundamental, Phil. I agree. I really enjoy these read-throughs with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy them too. But let me see what we got. We got that. We got the GIF. We got the intro. And we got the mature content warning all read and done. All right. So those are the 3 options in the poll. So I'll go over them again real quick. Circus of Fear, Under Dragon's Wing, and Secret of the Djinn. So for next time in February, like about the 18th, usually Wednesday or Thursday, like depends on what's going on, and schedule some stuff. There's Tiger. We got a Tiger in the house. She's sleepy, actually. All right, so, but we'll be reading this tonight. But the 4th option in the poll is something new, a surprise, whatever I can pick up between now and then. So, something brand new. I'll try to get an actual Endless Quest book, but if I can't, I will get something like Night Shift, where it's an Endless Quest, but it's fantasy oriented or sci-fi or whatever I can find. Whatever sounds cool to me at the moment, whatever I think is going to be awesome for a season premiere. But if you guys pick one of these, I won't have to worry about that. Circus Fear, Under Dragon's Wing, Secret of the Djinn. There's like only 4 more that I own that we haven't read yet, besides this one right here. But we're reading this tonight. Tiger, wake up and stay forever. Tiger has been sighted. We have a wild tiger in the house. Yes, we do. Hello, my friends. We got lots of folk in the chat tonight. It's good to see everybody, and I hope everybody's ready to read, because I am ready to get this going tonight. I was anxious to do it last week, and I wish I was feeling better, but I just wasn't. There were those slippers that Whiskers had an accident. Okay. Oh no. All right, so tonight we are reading Villains of Volturnus by the author Jean Blashfield, with the cover art by Larry Elmore, one of the most awesome artists. I actually got to meet him on a live stream on one of Bear and the Gen X GM's live streams. They're really cool. And the interior art by Jim Rosloff, who did a lot of the art for the older D&D stuff. So we got some pretty cool artwork to look at tonight too. So. They aren't slippers. Right. They were not Whiskers approved. Probably not. All right. So, Villains of Volturnus. Now, this is, like I said, a sci-fi based off the game Star Frontiers. Tiger and I are actually writing a game right now called Galaxy Frontiers. I like the name. Galaxy Rangers was my jam back in the day, so Galaxy and Frontiers. Thought it would be cool to kind of mix them up, and that's where we get our title from. All right, so here we go. Everybody saying hello. Our orbit is not holding. Our ship is falling into the atmosphere toward Volturnus. You hear a gulp. Then the captain's voice comes over the speaker again. Please proceed to rescue capsule. Remain calm and remember emergency procedures. Wow, you exclaim. That's one way to see a new planet. You turn excitedly toward Jack, your tutor. But the unflappable eight-legged Rusk is not in the special seat designed to hold his long body. Yeah, I agree, Bobby. When you left your home planet yesterday, you expected just another ho-hum field trip. You've been seeing pictures of Volturnus for months now. I think our background music might be just a bit too loud, so I'm going to turn it down. Just a bit. Okay, let's try that. All right. You've been seeing pictures of Volturnus for months now. After all, your father's company, Universal Minerals, is exploring it for mineral resources. In fact, the spaceship you were on is a research craft from Universal Minerals. They were bunnies, but not anymore. Let's see. You want Logan to pretend he's my dad and Colin's being sick to work on Monday? I don't know if that will work out, buddy. All right. Where should I go, you ask a scientist hurrying past, pulling his weightless body along with the aid of built-in handholds. Get to the capsule, he snaps. I've got to pack my records. Sorry, kid. He pulls himself hurriedly into the laboratory. Don't wait for my choices. I have to put my phone down before it smashes me in the face. Okay, all right, Bobby. You pause to see if you should pack anything. All you have is what is in your pouches. Argon sticks, Unipen, Vibro knife, stun stick, micro reader, fire cell, electronic chess set. Ting, your CompuPal sits. Ting, I guess that's his name. Ting, your CompuPal sits in his case on the seat, back above you. You touch the personal radio crystal on its chain around your neck. Wait, I'm not starting over, Jess. I'm not. No, we're not doing that. Ting, I see you distracted me, Jess. Yeah, you are. With Ting to talk to and play electronic chess with, you're all set if you have to wait a while to be picked up. Get a move on, Kiyiki. Kiyiki urges a passing technician laden with mineral samples. There's still no sign of Jack, so you decide to go directly to a rescue pod. You grab Ting and release your safety belt. Argon sticks like welding? I don't know. We're going to find out, aren't we? Encumbrance! No encumbrance. All right. You float from your seat to a corner. On your left is a hatch labeled Personal Safety Pod. PSPs are tiny landing vehicles that hold only one or two people. They are dropped from a spaceship to the surface of a planet while the main ship stays in orbit. Later, a shuttle comes to pick them up. On your right, the corridor leads to the control cabin. You see several people loading the main rescue capsule with scientific gear. You hear one Yazirian scientist say, "Move over, make room for this box." The loudspeaker crackles. We have entered Volturian atmosphere and are losing control. Get your capsules immediately. The ship lurches. There's still no sign of Jack. You must make a choice quickly. Apparently we are Kiyiki. I haven't really told us yet, Jess. Who are we? Where are we? What year is it? We're in the future, that's all. And Bud Files popped in. Hello, Bud Files. Thanks for pointing that out, Jess. I appreciate it. Almost missed it. Good to see you, Bud Files. All right. We are already to a choice. Get into the personal safety pod, the PSP, by yourself, or go to your right and join the others getting in the main rescue capsule. All right. Intercom Logan. Yep. Here, we'll try that again.
We have entered Volturian atmosphere and are losing control. Get to your capsules immediately.
Yes, choices, Jess. Should we get into our own personal safety pod, PSP, by ourselves, or go to the right and join the others getting into the main rescue capsule? Jess wants to go with the others. Phil wants to go with the others too. That's two. That's two. Sheeple. Sheeple. People. Go with the others. They make great bait. Well, that's three. We got to get at least one more. We can eat them if needed. Maybe. Depends on what race they are. Well, you guys are reading my language because that's turned to page 102, baby. In the main capsule, that's where we go. Then that's what we're doing. I got three responses so far in the chat. Let's get at least one more. What would you guys like to do? Get into our own personal safety pod, or go and get in the main rescue capsule with the others? That's 4 for the main capsule. I will leave our mulligan page bookmarked. Designated decoys. Here you go. Why would another vote even matter? I don't know, Tiger. There were like 9 people in the chat, so we got 4 votes. Join the herd. All right. You are certain Jack will be at the main rescue capsule with the rest of the group. You go down the aisle toward the others. But when you look into the capsule, you don't see your tutor. It shouldn't be that difficult to see Jack, after all. Rusk have 8 legs on their segmented bodies and take up a lot of room. Kieki, you hear a voice say. It's Jack at another pod on your left. Okay, well, let's do he's like a spider. So hey, Kieki. You hear a voice say, it's Jack at another pod on your left. He needs 4 from 4. There you go. 7 people in chat now. I'm looking at 8, 7, 8, 9. It keeps popping around. It's all good. We gotta at least half to be sure. Yeah. All right. There's room in here for both of us. Kiki's voice. There's room in here. There's room in here for both of us, Kiki. Because this personal safety pod is specially made to hold a large Rusk. There's room for you to squeeze in with Jack, who is rather slender for a Rusk. He crosses 2 of his legs over the others, leaving room for you to climb in and strap yourself in. Jack pulls the clear top over your heads, bolting it tight. In front of your eyes is a sign. Press button to activate. PSP will eject automatically when G-force heat reaches preset level. Rusk, I don't know these races either. Ray, I never played Star Frontiers. I wanted to, but I never could find it or anybody who had it. You press the button. At first, nothing happens. Then you realize that a light has begun to glow on the instrument panel. It's white, then yellow, then green. The counter starts to flick. 1, 2, 3, but nothing more happens. You press the button again, thinking you've done something wrong. Then suddenly you are forced back into your seat, your couch. Straining to raise your head to look through the plastic, you see your pod as rocketed away from the main crab. As you watch, struggling to hold up your head against the G-force, the rocket engine shuts off. You're claustrophobic, Jess. I'm phobic, Tiger. All right. You enjoy a few moments of weightlessness. Then once again, the G-forces push you down into the couch. The descent rockets lands your PSP with a thud on Volturnus' soil. Just a thud. That's it. I think I saw an ad for Star Frontiers in a Dragonlance comic. Yeah, me too, buddy. G-Force. I saw it in Dragon Magazine. Why did we need to escape anyway? Something wrong with the ship? Yeah, the ship was going down. If you remember what the captain said. Okay. Aerodynamic landing is more comfortable than descent rockets. But at least we are down safely, Jack says as he unfastens the straps and holds his long body in place. Ship is going down bad way in the bad way, Jess. Yeah. Is it safe to open the top, you wonder? Then you notice that several dials on the instrument panel are still moving. The atmosphere reading settles into the safe zone, and the temperature gauge stops at 27 degrees Celsius. It's a pleasant day under a slightly greenish sky. Wouldn't that be a little warm Celsius, my friends? Tell me, those of you who know Celsius, wouldn't 27 degrees be rather warm? Going down is usually good, just not with ships and airplanes. You got that right, Ray? I read too fast? All right, well, all right, just for Jess. I will slow my reading down just a little bit. Okay. You and Jack slide the clear top back and look around. You neither see nor hear anything of the main ship or of anything else. 27 Celsius is like 90 degrees? Okay, so it's hot. It's not warm. It's hot. I was just teasing. Are we alone, you ask in a whisper? It looks that way, Kiaki, Jack answers. How are we going to get home? Presumably, the captain radioed that the ship was going down. Too bad there's no radio in this pod. We'll set the automatic beacon and hope someone picks up the signal. Do we have to stay right here, you ask? Reading with a weird warped voice doesn't help. You're welcome. That's part of the fun, Jess. It's actually about 80. Oh, it's still warm. I mean, I guess that's really warm. Well, for us, it's in reality here, it is breaking news. It's 42 degrees, so it's not exactly warm. All right. Well, says Jack thoughtfully, it certainly would be safer if rescue was on the way. However, I thought I saw some smoke over there in those foothills to our left, and also in those woods over there. What do you think we should do, Kia? What do you think we should do, Kia? And please explain your reasoning. These are our choices. 40 here, and is that Missouri or Michigan? I don't remember which. 80.6 to be precise. That is steamy there, Tiger. Oof. All right. Okay, first and foremost, stay right here by the pod. Let's not take any chances on being missed. If this is your choice, we will turn to page 13. There is a collapsible hover cycle under the couch in the pod. We can leave a note on the pod and go for a short ride. If you want to use the hover cycle, turn to page 119. Or 3, perhaps we'll have to explore nearby in the vicinity of the PSP. If this is your choice, turn to page 25. So, we can stay here, we can get a hover cycle and fly around, or we can explore around the pod. It's misery in Michigan. That might be right. Okay, new mulligan page, guys. New mulligan. Yeah, I thought it was Michigan that Phil was from. I barely remember where I'm from most days. Most of the folks here, though, are from the chat are from Florida. You know, we got like Ray and Jess are Floridians, and when Purr's around, he's Floridian too. A little more coastline than California. Really? I did not know that. Are the Great Lakes? No. Just because. Oh, Jess wants hover cycle. Oh yeah, I missed that. Jess wants hover cycle. Tiger wants to explore the immediate area. I wouldn't doubt it though, Phil. Michigan's not as small a state as most people make it out to be. Change my vote to what Tiger says. Also, two for explore the immediate area. Hover cycle not optional in this one. Miss the choices. All right, we can stay here and see that he doesn't leave. Or we can get on a hover cycle and fly around. Or 3. Count them, 3 choices. We can just explore around the pod. And we got 2 votes for explore around the pod. 2 for 2. Fresh versus salt. Yep, that's true. Actually, aren't the Great Lakes saltwater? I don't know. They are connected to the ocean, but I think they're freshwater lakes. I wouldn't know. Hoverboard? Yeah. Oh, we got 2 for the cycles. Boom, boom, boom. So 2 for the explore the area, 2 for the hover cycles. All fresh? Oh, okay. All right. Now, I don't really know much about the Great Lakes. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never been farther west than Texas, and that was briefly. And up until that, earlier this year, I'd never been farther west than Denver. So I'm a West Coast guy. There's salt under them, I think. Yeah, I think there's salt deposits from the ocean. Yeah, but yeah, they're mostly fresh. Yes. Need a tiebreaker. Someone else vote. What if they vote to stay put? We also have an island and a peninsula. An island and a peninsula. Yeah. Huge salt mines under Detroit. Yeah. Cool Gamer, vote. Yeah. What about Cool Gamer? We know he's here. Cool Gamer likes to hang out with us. That's cheating, Phil. I'm digging this music I got for this episode. You didn't make it? You didn't make what? You voted for the hover bike, man. Right here. You want to fly like an eagle on a hover cycle. There you go, hover cycle. Ray for hoverboard, which I'll count as cycle. And then Jess was originally going hover cycle, but changed her vote to the Tigers, and Tiger wanted to explore around. So. Pow. There you go. I can't vote. I'm the narrator. Rude said you cheated. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. I was just reading what Ruth said. What Rudini said. Ray. Well, we got to come to a decision and a consensus here, guys. So none of you want to stay. Okay, so I get that. Okay, technically you did not vote. I'll give you that, Ray. So we got hover, cycle, or explore. No one else is participating. That's okay. They can lurk and listen. That's all good. I don't mind. But we need those of you who are participating come to a consensus. And then I'm going to date girls. What the heck? Who wants you to date girls? I'm perfectly fine and content with you only being my date. Tiger. You vote for what they vote for. Well, it's a tie, so that doesn't help either, Phil. So if you want to change your vote for what the other two are voting for, then we're exploring the area. You're not changing your mind again. You like to go swimming with bare naked women? I don't blame you. You said it was cheating. I did not imagine you put the island on the peninsula and the island on the... You voted for A, then B, then C. Not helpful at all, Phil. Not helpful at all, Phil. It's true. This shit is true you're making up. I get it, Phil. It's all good. We still got to come to a consensus, though. Hover Psycho or explore the area. Come on, guys. Roll dice. I don't have any dice out. I used to have one out here. Just for this. If I can get one out. Yes. Okay. Phil wants a dice roll. Or roll even. Explore the area. All right. Well. All right. Well, let me see what I got here. I got a 10-sider and another 10-sider. So I got flip a coin. Flip a coin might actually be easier, guys, but the problem is assigning. Coin would be easier since we only have 2 choices left. All right. Everybody's going live right now. Okay. Explore the area. Oh, there we go. There we go. We don't need to do that. Explore the area already. There we go. All right. We got a 3rd vote for explore the area. So, Ray, you are outvoted, my friend. All right. Explore the area. That's page 25. So we'll leave this here. You playing games on YouTube. One is back. Welcome back. Playing games with YouTube. $25. Ooh, we got art to look at. We get to see what this rust looks like. Jack. There we go. All right. A rescue shuttle could come at any time. We need to see it because it might not stay and look for us. Let's explore right nearby. That's logical. That's logical, Kiki, says your tutor. You are in an open grassy area. You look in all directions. To your left are a few low trees and some rocks. The greenery gives way to desert, and far off you see the dark shapes of either clouds or mountains. Little seems worth seeing, but you notice that there are more and more trees. Let's go over there and look around, you say, pointing to let's go over there and look around, you say, pointing to the nearby woods. Yeah, he's a bug man. Yeah, you didn't get that part? Like a mantis. Yeah. How are you going to give me a cookie? It's not my cookie. No, that's a message from our friend playing games for you, YT. I don't know how you guys get cookies. That's not me. Cookies are all on Playing Games YouTube. I guess they would be emoji cookies. Let me see. Nearby woods. Okay, the 2 of you set off towards the woods. The Vrosk moving slowly to let you keep up. I'm sure we'll be back here, says Jack. I'm sure we'll be back here, says Jack. So you might as well leave Teen. Oh, he wants you to leave Teen behind. Bear just released a video. He's got a new game he's working on. He wants to share it with everybody. But so show him some love if you guys are into it. It's supposed to be like Battlestar Galactica, a new role-playing game. So check it out. All right. You're reluctant, but you agree. You near the wooded area. It looks cool and comforting, although there's something puzzling about the trees. They seem to shimmer as if they were about to disappear. You stop short as a motion catches your eye. Before you is a patch of low-growing plants with large, dangling blue crystals instead of flowers. A small blue crystal shaped like a box with legs trundles over to one of the plants and begins to nibble the crystal with a faint crunching sound. Fascinating, Jack whispers. You wait for an explanation, but none come. Turn to page 146. Yeah, well, Bear's had some issues lately, but he's all good. He seems a lot better tonight. 146. Crystal flowers, yeah. Ooh. Hello. Moving through the green woods, you see small structures set in a clearing. Maybe we can get help here, you say. You look at the buildings more closely. You see no motion of any kind. Snap! Crystal flutes. We shall see, guys. That wasn't you. Heart pounding. You step quickly back behind a tree. Easy, Kiki, you hear Jack say under his breath as he crouches low in the grass. Holding your breath, you move your head just enough to see around the tree trunk. There, just inches below your eyes, are the frightened brown eyes of a creature. You look it up and down, a green, furry animal with skin-covered wings and a big mouth like a frog's. You smile, and the creature's eyes relax and turn friendly. Can someone send a gift so I can? I don't know how any of that works. They're playing games, YouTube. Bean curd home style. The creature climbs up the tree, spreads its wings, and flies to your shoulder. You pet, tickle, and wrestle with the creature. Within minutes, it is your friend. Pongo! I'll call you Pongo, you say. Pongo takes you by the hand and leads you with Jack following into the clearing. The place seems curiously deserted. Pongo. We have picked up a Pongo. Purple monkey. Is that great, babe? Maybe. You have your own cookies. You'll pretend someone sent it to me through the interweb. All right. The village consists of quickly built, uncomfortable-looking shacks. Do you think anyone lives here, you ask, puzzled? Hard to tell, answers Jack. There's certainly no clues. There's certainly no one here now. He moves to the door of a hut slightly larger than the others. Dogs have to learn that when you smile and show your teeth, that it is not a sign of aggression, unlike other species. Curious, he mutters. This door's locked. Why would that be? He asks himself. Leaving Jack to his pondering, you begin to explore. Pongo at your heels. Suddenly it flies up into a tree and begins to drop its fruit on your head. Hashtag land scrape rocks. You can't send gifts to anyone, just anyone in every live stream. I didn't know that. I don't know how that works. Stop that, Pongo. Come down here. The creature glides from the tree, lands at your heels, and starts going through your belt pouch. He grabs something, dashes up a tree, and then throws the object your way. Pongo, that's my stun stick! I just got it for my birthday! Blast you, Pongo! You run after the stun stick and finally find it in the grass. You pick up the treasured gift and return it to your pouch. When you look up, you notice a large circular platform made of stone. In the middle stands a large, complicated-looking crystalline structure. More room for the image. Would you want to see a vertical film in a theater? Turn your phone sideways. Yep, I guess so. You step up on the platform to inspect the structure. It's about 2 meters high on its pedestal, with long white crystals jutting out at odd angles all around it. You touch some of the long crystals in awe. Nothing moves. And you notice a round knob between crystals at the center of the structure. You reach in past the crystals and grasp it. It turns slightly, and suddenly there is a great blinding flash. You jerk your hand back from the crystal, and the light dies. What have I done? You whisper in horror, and turn to look for your tutor. But he's no longer by the locked hut. In fact, there's nothing here. The shacks are gone. Jack is gone, and something seems wrong with the trees. They're smaller and younger than they were a few minutes ago. You want to buy coffee, the person has to have it set up on their channel. Yeah. Because instinctively, our smile is a sign of aggression. There are super chats, guys. You can do that. I mean, if you want to help out the channel, we appreciate that. And there are memberships and all that good stuff. But, you know, you guys, some of you are members, like Jess. Much appreciated. Let me see here. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let's see you. There you go. Smaller, younger than they were a few minutes ago. What happened? You pinch yourself to see if you're dreaming, but you're awake. Maybe the crystal structure has something to do with it. You did turn the knob slightly. Maybe you should turn it back. You hesitate. What if something drastic happens? But what else can you do? Reaching into the crystal structure again, you grasp the knob. Here goes nothing, you think. And eyes closed, turn it slightly. Slowly you turn your head and open one eye to peek around behind you. It's okay, you breathe a deep sigh of relief. There's Jack, standing where he was before, near one of the shacks. And there is Pongo, swinging by 1 foot from a branch. Walking over to Jack, you say, Jack, I've got to tell you something. You hesitate, not sure he'll believe your story. But then you notice Jack's peculiar expression. What's the matter, you ask? I don't know. There was a great light, and then I seemed to fade away just for a moment, Jack confesses hesitantly. You don't know how glad I am to hear that. Glad? What? Are you glad? Jack is puzzled. Well, I was wondering how to tell you what just happened to me. But I guess it happened to you too, and you explained somewhat confusedly what happened. I think we went back in time. That sounds about right. About you know what? Oh, thank you, Phil. Much appreciated, bud. We do appreciate that for putting up with our poop. There you go. Appreciate that, Phil. Thank you so much. So we went somewhere else after touching the flowers. It seems like we went back in time. That's Tiger's consensus and mine. To stop ourselves from getting into the ship in the first place. It might only affect the planet. They ask us to fling it at them. Yeah, blame them. Murmurs Jack, thinking. Maybe it's some sort of time device. You move the knob only slightly, so time turned back only slightly. Younger trees, no camp. Then the Russ gets excited. What a wonderful find! Why, we could have living Volturnian history lessons. Yeah, that's what we want. You are too nice. Careful what you wish for. Okay, now wait a minute though. If you went back in time, how is it that Jack felt like he disappeared? I don't think it's just a time machine. Something's up with it. You and Jack go back to the stone circle to examine the crystalline structure. The Russ pokes and prods, but avoids touching the knob in the center. Well, young one, do you want to see Volturnian history firsthand? He asks, rather like a child with a new toy, you think? If you choose to try the time machine, again, turn to page 74. If you decide to stay in your own time so that you won't miss being rescued, turn to page 31. Very much appreciated, Phil. Thank you so much, buddy. All right. Shall we go back in time once again, or are we good? You stay in our own time. So miss being rescued. Stay. Should I stay or should I go now? All right, we got a new mulligan page, guys. I'm using one of these warning papers out of a G.I. Joe because it's got to be good for something, right? Why didn't that super chat make Phil number one? I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works, guys. Stay, baby, stay. That's 2 for stay. Time travel is sketchy. I say stay. All right. Hey, cool gamer. I'm glad you're still here, buddy. Rankings turned off, if that matters. Oh, that might have something to do with it. I do too. All right, we got 3 for stay, Jess. So, yeah. All right, that makes it unanimous. All right, so turn to page 31 because we are staying. We don't want to miss getting rescued. Do-do-do-do. 31. What do we got here? Oh, cool. We got some art. And we got some choices. Okay. Knowing we can visit other times is great, Jack, but I don't think we should leave this time period. Rescue might come at any moment, and if we're not here, they won't know where to look for us. Besides, what if we can't get back? All right, Kiki, I suppose you're right, the tutor says glumly. You and Jack continue exploring the camp. Pongo sticks close to you. You keep returning to the locked hut, as if trying the door over and over would make it open. After one try, you notice that Pongo is very still. His head is tilted to one side as if listening intently. You listen and hear a low roar in the distance. What's that noise, Jack? You ask. As the brusque listens, the roar gets louder. Looking out over the grassy plain, you see a cloud of dust. As the dust cloud draws nearer, you see that it is caused by a group of skimmers moving in a line. One is larger and appears to have a great deal of storage space. Hey, Kiki, Jack urges. You and Jack quickly duck behind a clump of bushes. The vehicles stop at the edge of the woods, doors open and out pour at least 15 occupants. Humans, Yazirians, a large Vrusk, and even 2 Dralicites. One Yazirian seems to be the leader. It angrily orders the others to unload the largest vehicle. Pongo, like the fishes in the sea. I thought that was Ponyo. 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 Can't go forward and when we get rescued, right? That would be nice, wouldn't it? That wasn't one of the options, though. If anyone seems too slow, the Yazirian lashes out with its whip. The tips of the whip give off electrical sparks, which seem to stun the victim. What are we going to do, you whisper? We better leave before they finish unloading, Jack says. Keeps his long body as low as possible and begins to slither into the woods, with you right behind. Suddenly, a green furry shape jumps out of the tree and lands on top of you, screeching in glee. It's Pongo, of course. Just the tips, yes, sir. Catch them, you hear the leader shriek. You try to run, but now Pongo is hanging around your waist, making it difficult to keep up with Jack. A black thing snakes past you in the air. The leader's whip, it strikes the Vrusk in the legs, and he goes down, entangled in the whip. He shudders in pain as the electrical thongs penetrate even his hard shell. You see a small sphere soar past you. It breaks against a tree and a cloud spreads through the air. You try to stop, but you're too late. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Go. Well, the artness. You're a Q-tip master, just saying. What's happening? I don't know, Jess. We're about to find out. You wake to find yourself in a small, dark shack. Jack lies beside you, and Pongo is curled up by your head. You start to move, but stop abruptly when you hear a voice. Who drew Kip? Sure can be a stinker. A high-pitched voice complains. Yeah, agrees another voice. But I'll put up with it for a while. I don't know any other way to earn so much so quickly. So I'll be a pirate until I have enough money to set myself up for life. Pirates, no wonder they want you wandering. Didn't want you wandering around their camp. You say that now, but you haven't been hit by that stinker's whip yet, the high-pitched voice says. And I won't be either. I'll do everything Thuju Kip says. I'll guard this kid and the Vrusk just like he told me. Jack stirs slightly. You reach over and touch him on the shoulder. His eyes open and he sees you holding your finger to your lips. He nods in understanding. The voice continues outside your door. That stuff from the cargo ship will make us all rich. And you've got to admit that it was clever of Thuju Kip to have us go the long way around. The cargo ship crew had it all unloaded before we even got there. The unseen speaker laughs and adds, I'm just glad we get to go guard the kid and for us. That cargo ship is plenty mad. What should we do? You whisper. What should we do? You whisper urgently. It appears we have two choices, kid. I complain to the keyboard people. I don't know. Q-tip emoji, I don't know. We could stay put and not cause any more trouble. Turn to page 126. Or we could try to escape and reach the time machine. Turn to page 62. So, stay locked up or try and escape. What's up, man? Thirsty? Well, we got a new mulligan page, guys. Page 62. You want to try to reach the time machine then, huh, Phil? Just curious, but why is there a blind emoji? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there was emoji in Braille. Never stay put. Escape. Okay, that's 2 for escape. That's 3 for escape. All right. Tiger, looks like we're going to try to escape. Let's see. Okay, turn to page 62. I'm watching this on your Braille tablet. Yep, I get you. $62. What we got to look forward to here? I'll take a peek. Looks like we got more artwork and more choices. All right. I say run away. Yeah, we're trying to escape. Yes, all of us unanimously want to get away. So somehow we've got to get to the time machine, you whisper decisively. Suddenly your anger at being helpless makes you bold, and you decide you want to see your captors. Moving to the doorway, you lift the cloth flap and look out. Hello, you say to the guards. One is a Dralocyte and the other a human, only a few years older than you. Hey, the kid's awake, the human says. About time, says the Dralocyte in the high-pitched voice. What's your name, kid? Kieki, and this is Jack, my tutor. Judah. That seems to strike the human as hilarious. He roars with laughter. You find that funny? You don't know a good joke when you hear one, the Dralocyte complains, then turns back to you. You might as well settle back down, kid. Our leader is busy right now, unloading stuff. We kind of borrowed from a cargo ship. Are you really pirates, you ask? None of your business, kid, the Dralocyte says gruffly. There's a moment of silence. Then the Dralocyte says in a friendlier tone, Hey, kid, do you know any good jokes? Jokes, you ask, puzzled. Then you begin to get an idea. Sure, I know lots of them. Kermit is one of our captors? Maybe. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. Don't know if I do a Kermit impersonation very well, but I'll try it. I'll give the Dralocyte the Kermit voice, okay? Tell me something, he said, begs the Dralocyte. Your mind spins until you remember a riddle your sister asked you recently. Okay, when is a door not a door? I said good jokes, growls the Dralocyte. When it's a jar, of course. The one is old. Oh, that one is old. I know some better ones, you say. Sure you do, kid, snarls the Dralocyte. That's why you told me a lousy one, huh? I've got an idea, you say. I'll tell you 3 jokes. If I get you to laugh, you let us out of here. You gotta be kidding, explains the human, who was listening. Wait, Carson, says the Dralocyte. Why not? If you're all as awful as that last one, we can't lose. Okay, kid, make me laugh, and you and the giant bug get out. You feel Drac stir in anger and turn silently to beg him to let the insult go. Every joke you ever heard spins through your mind in a mad jumble. Okay, here's the first one. Why don't Earth people go to the moon for their vacations? Here's your Q-tip. It's Condor. Kermit is one of our captors. Why? The Drowside demands. Because it has no atmosphere. You hold your breath in the silence that follows your answer, and then you hear a chuckle. Yeah, that's not bad, kid. Not great, but not bad either. What's next? What do you do with a green monster? The Drowside thinks a minute, and then says, I give up. Wait till it ripens, you shout. The Drowside doesn't seem to react. The gray, clay-like mass of its body begins to quiver uncontrollably. Finally, a large, hearty laugh erupts from the guard. Finally, eager to finish this strange challenge, you tell the last joke. Tell me, why is a Drowside big, wrinkled, and gray? The guard looks stunned. It hadn't expected a Drowside joke from a human kid. The guard looks stunned. Expecting a really dumb answer, it says, okay, kid, but this better be good. Why is a Drowside big, wrinkled, and gray? Because if it were small, smooth, and white, you might mistake it for an aspirin. Your last weapon fired. You sit back, heart pounding, to wait for the verdict. You feel Jack's hand on your shoulder. There's no sound from the guard. Suddenly, the needler's rifle seems to jump from its lap. Its body puffs into a round ball that begins to roll around the grass. From the middle of the rolling ball comes a strange, high-pitched roar of laughter. As you watch the ball roll around, you hear amid the laughter, you might mistake it for an aspirin. You might mistake it for an aspirin. Ah! Okay, kid, says the human guard. I guess that means you can get out of here. I'll just turn my back and you skedaddle out of the camp just as quick as you can. And be sure no one sees you. You're out and free. You can't believe it. Whoever would have thought your sister's silly jokes would have some value. The other pirates are working over by the storehouse. All right, so there they go. Laughter ensues from those dumb jokes. Okay. No one sees you and Jack making your way to the time machine. But you have to hurry. There's no telling how long the guards will keep their promise. You notice as you run that there seem to be very few footprints near the crystalline structure. The pirates must not have figured out what it is. That's good. With Pongo at your heels, you and Jack crouch behind the big crystalline structure, hidden from the pirates. Okay, you say, catching your breath. Now that we're here, what do we do? I was thinking while you were asking the Drowsite for those awful riddles, for which we must remember to thank your sister, and came up with two alternatives, both involving this wonderful machine. Dad jokes, yeah, pretty much. All right. We could go to an earlier time and do something that would prevent the pirates from establishing a camp here. Or we could try to reach the time just between when the cargo ship landed and the pirates reached it. Maybe we could get the crew to take us home. All right, so we're going to try to go back in time and stop the pirates or get the crew to take us home. Oh, thank you, Jess. Much appreciated, my friend. Super sticker. You're scared? I don't know what you're scared. You're scared. Okay, so back in time to stop the pirates, or reach at the time between when the cargo ship landed and the pirates reached it. Get the crew to take you home. Let's ask the pirates to take us home. I don't think it works that way, buddy. Well, this is our new mulligan. Okay, wow. I know I had plenty of sleep today, but man, I've been so out of it lately. I can change up the music a bit here. Apparently, Blue Beetle is now on Netflix. Oh, really? That's a good movie. It's the 20th. That's the 20th super you sent. That's cool. Don't want to go back to the. You don't want to go back to stop the pirates, okay? So you want to go back and try the other one. Do the opposite of what Phil said. Go back and stop the pirates. So stop the pirates or go and have the crew take us home. How will he read that emoji? I was going to change this up. I did. That's right, I did change it. Okay. I do appreciate you guys dropping the super chat and the super sticker. Thank you guys so much. Every little bit on our trip is going to help. That's for sure. I know that we're not going to see that for our trip, but we did get a little YouTube money this month, just a little bit. You can see the sticker on the super chat. Well, not in StreamYard. Let me look in here. Oh, there it is. I see. Ah! No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Let me see if I can do this properly here. Well, I'm glad you're still here, Cool Gamer. I have that starred. Oh, why did it unstart them? Alright, so let's see what we got. Let me see if I can see that on YouTube better. There it is. Nope. It's not showing the super sticker on StreamYard at all. So I did go look at it on YouTube though. That was funny, dude. Alright. Yeah, my reaction. What? Next time I'll make sure and look on YouTube. All right, guys, what are we doing? So far, we've got opposite votes: one to go back and stop the pirates, and one to not stop the pirates. This book really wants us to time travel. Yeah, it kind of does. My Anna's obsessed with pumpkin stuff, guys. Any pumpkin lattes? Let's go back and stop the pirates. All right, that's two for going back and stopping the pirates. Phil changed his vote. Anybody else? Ray? Tiger? Cool Gamer, you can vote too. Stop the pirates, I guess. Plop, that's three. All right. We'll jump to that one. Go back to an earlier time and do something that will prevent the pirates from establishing camp here. 78. Wow, guys. This goes to the big picture in the middle of the book. But then it takes us to more choices, so at least I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yep. All right. You like the flavor of pumpkin, but not pumpkin spice? Yeah, I like pumpkin stuff too. Jack, you suddenly exclaim in horror. I don't remember whether I turned the knob to the right or the left before. Stay calm, Kiki. Close your eyes and try to remember, suggests Jack. Close your eyes and try to make the muscles in your hand and arm remember. I don't know, Jack, you say in despair. Maybe I better test it a little. Just as you close your eyes, you notice Pongo bounce off into the woods. You turn the knob just a tiny bit to the right. Then you open your eyes and take a quick look around. Jack, look, you exclaim. The trees around you are blackened and bare. The camp is gone, and this place is scattered rubble. The cats are being annoying. Yeah, that's what they do. There must have been... No, there's going to be a huge fire, you say. Well, I'll turn it the other way. When you look, the pirate camp is gone once again. This time it has never been there. Trees are young and fresh, perhaps a little older than when you saw them the first time. Use the machine. And this time Jack doesn't disappear because he is standing on the platform next to you. It looks like the proper time, but what are we going to make sure the pirate... But what are we going to do to make sure the pirates don't build a camp here, you ask? Not to fire. This is too dry a planet. We might not be able to control it. Well, if not fire, how about water? Look, the land forms a shallow basin where the pirates built their camp. We could use that stream to flood the basin. Then the pirates can't be here when our ship crashes. Good thinking, student, Jack says as Jack looks at you approvingly. But then there's the next question. How do we divert the stream? Do we dare go back to our time for a moment, you ask? Do we dare go back to our time for a moment, you ask? Maybe the pirates have some explosives we could bring back. Seems reasonable, but let me go for the explosives, Kiki. There are Rusk in the camp, so I'm probably safer than you. Okay, you say reluctantly. Again, you turn the knob. You're sure you'll find the pirate standing right by the time machine, but no. This time you're safe. Instead, Pongo greets you like a long-lost friend. Quiet, Pongo. They mustn't know we're here, you whisper as Jack darts off. With Pongo in your arms, you crouch behind the crystal structure of the time machine. You wait. The wait seems endless. All at once, Jack is running as fast as he can towards you. His arms full. Several pirates are chasing him. Get ready to change time, Jack shouts. You position yourself by the pedestal. You can't turn the knob until Jack reaches you, but the pirates are right behind him. Then Jack leaps, eight-legged, onto the platform. The pirate jumps too, but Jack kicks him off. You turn the knob and see a look of amazement on the pirates' faces as... Ba-ba-bum! Ba-ba-bum! Full-page article. Wow. Smart balls. Open the box. Wrapping paper, tin foil, canned tuna. You check the trees and make a tiny adjustment on the knob. You breathe a sigh of relief. You're back in the time where you want to be. Thanks, Jack gasped. That was good timing. While Jack catches his breath, you look at what he found in the pirate camp. 2 boxes of plastic explosives, a small box of detonators, and food. Hungrily, you gobble the chewy meat mixture. Once Jack satisfies his hunger, he takes small chunks of plastic explosives and places a detonator in each. You search for food. You search for a good, strong stick and a rock, using the rock as a hammer. You tap the stick into the ground and then pull it out again. You make holes evenly spaced from the stream to the basin, far enough from the time machine to be safe. Jack follows you, dropping explosives, detonator, and tiny timer into each hole. Carrying Pongo, you quickly return with Jack to the platform. As you reach it, the first explosion goes off, then another. 3, 4, 5, Jack counts until all the charges have gone off. By the time you reach the trench, water floods the opening, headed for the basin. Volturnus has a new lake, you exclaim. I just hope it stops the pirates from making a camp here. All we can do now is go back to our own time and find out, says Jack. They're rechargeable with a USB cord. Oh no. Okay, everybody on board, you sing out. feeling like the captain of a ship. Better stop talking, Kiki. If this hasn't worked, there's no need to call attention to ourselves, your tutor cautions you. Quietly, you turn the knob again. You hold your breath as if that might have some effect on what happened. There's no sign of the pirates. The trees are larger again. Strange wild flowers grow along the edge of a small clear lake. I name you Lake Kiki, you proclaim, tossing a flower into the water. We're safe now, says Jack. We'd better think about what to do next. Maybe we better split up, you suggest. The chances of our finding help might double. Kiki, your father entrusted your safety to me. Besides, if one of us got help, how would we let the other know? You hold out your wrist, which bears a chronocom, the combination radio and calculator. Right, says Jack, glancing at his own chronocom. We can choose. I haven't tried the tails because they will probably eat what they were made of. How did I get number 2? I don't know. All right, guys, we got a new choice. New mulligan page. All right. You choose to go off on your own, turn to page 37. If you want to stay with Jack and see what happens, turn to page 15. Off on our own or stay with Jack? Stay with Jack? All right, we got one for stay with Jack. Let's go off on our own. That's a great idea. That's one for go off on our own. Stay with Jack, that's 2. He could be good live bait. Well, so far we got 3 votes, guys. 2 for stay with Jack, 1 for go off on our own. All right, guys. So far our vote is to stay with Jack, and people left the chat while we were waiting. So 3 votes is more than half. I think Ray's asleep. I'll vote. No, that's not how that works, Jess. You can't vote for him. Bubble dunk. I think what we're going to do is going to take the 2 votes and we're going to go with Jack. I think we've waited long enough. 2 votes beat your 1 vote, Jess. All right, so let's see what happens. We go with Jack. Bring way back to page 15 in the book. Wow. All right. Just wanted to see if you'd say it. Yeah. Okay. There's a picture. You're right, Jack, you say. It might be dangerous to split up now. Let's stay here. We could build a smoky fire to signal anyone in the vicinity. You and the rest collect lots of wood. Some of it damp. Jack uses his everflame to ignite the wood pile. The fire trickles along the sticks, looking as if it's more likely to burn out than to burst into flame. As you watch, the entire wood pile bursts into a giant bonfire. Before you can control the fire, sparks ignite nearby trees. You, Jack, and Pongo move to the open plain and watch, appalled, as the beautiful woods burns. Little box-like creatures scurry by, honking angrily. Suddenly, above the ground of the fire, you hear a different roar. You look up and see an approaching space shuttle. But right now, your attention is claimed by the fire. When I saw the burned woods in the future, I didn't know we would cause it, you say sadly. Even when we see the future, we didn't always make the right decisions, Kiki. Yeah, another right decision has to be to get home on the shuttle. But I wish we could see in the future enough to know whether the ship is going to get us home safely or take us through even more trouble. The end. Oh shit, we're dead. No, we're not dead. We just, half destroyed the planet. Yeah, wise decision. There we go. All right, Jess, you get your wish. We're going to go mulligan and go back. What's that? That's it. That's our only mulligan. So we're going to go off on our own. See what happens. Interesting. Well, this leads to some choices. All right. Might as well be dead, right? That was at the end. Okay. Going off on our own. I think one of us should stay near the pod, and the other should go see if there's help somewhere, you say. Jack looks thoughtful. I probably should let you go off on your own. I'm responsible. But I probably shouldn't let you go off on your own. I'm responsible. But this is supposed to be an educational field trip. Let's make it a test of how wise and responsible you can be. You have your compass? Yes. Which way will you head? Asked Jack. Well, we came here from the ship. I thought I saw smoke or dust over in the other direction. I think I'll go back that way. You and Jack walk back to the personal safety pod. You check in your pouch to see what you have that might be useful. You decide to take Ting, your CompuPal. You're excited and frightened as you say goodbye to your tutor. What a field trip this is turning out to be. The billow of smoke or dust still rises over the horizon, where you saw it before. You set out across the open, dry land toward it. You walk for almost an hour, seemingly making no progress. But then you think you see some strange shapes through the dust. You squint your eyes, and yes, animals. A whole herd of animals. Some art. Let's see what that's about. Don't die, kid. Here's a compass. Yeah. Nearing the herd, you see there are large birds. They have orange pointed beaks. I thought birds were a flock, but whatever. Pointed beaks, featherless heads with yellow and red markings. Round green bodies and tiny wings. Chippering busily, they chase each other playfully, often trying, always unsuccessfully, to fly. Some birds, probably mothers, make harsh noises at the little ones. You watch fascinated and then notice a movement on a rock near the herd. You blink, fearing you are seeing things. But they're still there. A plume-colored octopus wearing a green feathery headdress sits on the rock. By the rock lies a green lizard-like animal with spikes jutting from its spine. One of the octopus's tentacles lies across the green animal's neck. Let's get out of here, you say to Ting. At that moment, the octopus sees you. It leaps from the rock to the lizard's back. You turn to run, but a tentacle grabs you around the waist. You push at the octopus's head as the thing draws you toward it. Another tentacle, smooth, dry, and kind of tickling, worms its way into your shirt. You feel a strange coolness on your back, and don't be afraid. You feel a voice inside your head. Someone else's mind is touching yours. You can relax. The octopus is friendly. Octopus pirate? No, I don't think it's a pirate. They want revenge. Omor are not octopuses. We have 9 tentacles. That makes me a novopus. Novopus. Okay. I use my 9th tentacle to talk to you. Understand? You know, the one that's creeping up your neck right now. You don't understand, and the novopus seems to know that. It removes its tentacle, and you no longer feel its mind communicating with yours. When the tentacle returns, you feel the knife-like coolness and know you are linked to the strange creature again. Who are you? You ask aloud, forgetting the fact that your thoughts can be heard. You feel the Navapus answer through the mind link. My name is Arnla Khan. My tribe of Olmor lives nearby. Do you all talk through your tentacle? We can hear anything you say. When we talk together, we use sounds that only the Olmor can understand. But with anything else, yes, we communicate through mind link. That could get embarrassing, you think. Only if you want to lie or think bad thoughts, you feel Arnla answer. What are these birds? You ask quickly to avoid further embarrassment. Quidges, she answers. Usually a male takes care of the quidges because herding is very important work. But I don't like taking care of houses and babies, so the elders agreed to let me herd sometimes. Hey, that's great, you say. What I really like is riding Quin. She pats her saddled dinosaur-like animal. This is my loper, Quin. Ahem, you hear from the Ting's case. Ting, you exclaim, surprised at having forgotten. Arnla, meet Ting, my compupal. How do you do, Arnla Khan? Ting says. May I ask how you ride Quin? We use the mind link with the lopers and just let their minds know what to do. But Kiiki, how did you and Ting get here? You explain your predicament and add, I have to find a way to get home. I'll help you, Arnla says excitedly. Great. Can you help me find some radio equipment to radio my father? The Olmor don't have radio. But our elders see many strange creatures from other planets. Maybe the elders will help. Her warm smile fades, but maybe they won't. They don't like strangers. What do you want to do? Arnla, would you cut our mind link while you think? She finishes for you, laughing. Yes, please. You feel red-faced. If you want to go with Arnla to the Olmor village and perhaps get help there, turn to page 112. You don't trust the strange creatures despite Arnla's friendliness. Head for the mountains alone. Turn to page 86. So mountains or the Olmor village? Tentacle porn. Oh no! Jess wants to go to the village. Bill wants to go to the village. They might eat our brains. Maybe. We got 2 votes to go to the village. Votes to go with. There we go. They like the extra tentacle. Yep. All right. Going to the village it is. Like we got some art and some more choices. Okay. Can you really trust a village of Navapusses? You wonder a moment. But it's been a long day and you don't want to face the night alone in a strange place. Okay, Arnla, I'll go to your village. Kiki, think twice, Ting squeaks. You've heard that too many times, so you impatiently click the computer off. When you enter the village, you see that the entire Olmor clutches, or families, live in earthen mounds with round tops. One roof structure looks like a small shrine. Don't be afraid, Kiki, you feel Arnla say. You're glad to have her with you. A small flurry of 2-legged hopping animals greets you. yipping excitedly. Herd hoppers, Arnla tells you. They help us with the herd. You look around, fascinated. A large Olmor, his body decorated with many tattoos, rests atop a house mound, sunning himself. He looks angry. You shrink back, but Arnla pulls you along. Come along. That's Con Krell, my father. The big Navapus places his mind-linked tentacle on Arnla. She is still linked to you, so you hear her tell him your story. Olmor of all sizes gather to inspect you. They are just curious. Arnla confides. They have seen humans before, but not right here in our village. A wrinkled Olmor wearing a small headdress slowly makes her way to the roofed structure. She lowers a rope and draws it back, bringing up a container. 9 Vaginas was my high school garage band name. The 9 Vaginas. Do. There we go. Joke's on them. I'm an airhead. All right. Old Rune Marenga, you feel Arnla say. She's the ceremonial water giver. The old Olmor hobbles back slowly and presents you a small bottle of water. Drink it, Kieki. It means welcome to our village. You drink the cool water. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. Flowery. As you return the bowl, you feel something at your side. A tentacle has crept quietly into your pocket and removed a small copper tube. My vibro knife! Put that back, you exclaim. The little Olmor runs off, displaying your knife triumphantly. Other little Olmor run over to inspect the prize. The adults just make a sound like laughter. Why don't they stop him, you ask Arnla. He's proving that he's growing up. By taking my knife, you growl. You will become important by taking things from people not of our tribe. But that's stealing. We like to steal, but never from those of our own village. That's wrong, you grumble to yourself. Arnla takes you to her clutch's mound. The interior is quite pleasant, with colorful couches and benches around an open fire, where Arnla's mother cooks. Several other Olmor play with the tiny clay lopers. Good evening, Con Dudro mother. This is my new friend Kieki. She pulls you closer. You bow quickly. Good evening, Con Dudro. Thanks for allowing me in your home. We no choice, just drink it? Yeah, I know, right? We are people of thievery, yes. Arnla's mother wraps you in a big one-tentacle hug and makes you feel welcome. After a meal of roast quidge, you are given a couch to rest on while the Olmor Tribal Council discusses how to help you. You're tired and fall asleep easily. You drop. Maybe there was something in the Kool-Aid. Sticky tentacles in. Okay, now I need a grown-up. Yep, me too, buddy. You dream of hang gliding on a zero-G planet over a sun-baked desert. Rising heat waves wrap themselves around you and begin to strangle you. Suddenly you awaken, your throat parched. It takes a moment to realize where you are. There was no water supply in the mound. You remember that. But there's a well in the center of the village. You remember Arnla telling you that the water is sacred and carefully controlled. You lie there for a few minutes, but soon you can think of nothing but your thirst. You must make a decision. If you want to go to the well in the center of the village and get a drink, turn to page 95. If you choose to stay on the mound until morning and try to forget your thirst, turn to page 57. Whoa! They steal souls by putting their tentacles in your insert dirty word of choice. Tentacles in all holes. Oh no. So go for the water, drink more of the Kool-Aid, or wait till morning. Stay on the hill, wait till morning. There we go. Stay, we are addicted. That's 2. Jess wants to go for the drink. All right, what about you, Tiger? Withdrawal time. You just got to add. You had to stare at for a long time before you understood what you were looking at. Okay, well, how does that help us? Are we getting water or are we staying in bed with all the tentacles? Hashtag harness. Hashtag first seat. Those were raccoon penises, Tiger. Oh no. Should have screenshot it. Prehensile. What's your vote, Tiger? Wait till morning or try to go for that drink of the sacred water that they guard furiously. Green sweater things, but it had muscle. First, thought it was a chia. You saw the hoodie. Hello, Christopher Works. Welcome in, bud. What is that first sync? I don't know. So, Tiger, you got an answer, or are we going to go with stay till morning? Because that's the vote so far. The vote is leaning in that direction. A sink made out of fur. That's kind of what I thought. You're not sure of your choice? All right, I think then we're going to stay. That was where the vote was heading. You would have just tied it. Rubini. All right, we wait till morning then. There's our new mulligan. We're going to 57. Ignoring our thirst. You think fireball, okay? Lots of fireballs. All right, here we go. You must forget about your thirst. Arnold said it was a crime to take water because its distribution is a religious ceremony. You lie on your couch trying to think of anything that doesn't remind you of your thirst. Instead, you think of forest and waterfalls and the planet Hydros, where you once spent an underwater vacation. Somehow the night passes, the dark green sky begins to lighten. Khan Jujuro comes to wake you, carrying a bowl of water, and ceremoniously offers it to you. And Olmor, good morning to you. May your day bring the blessings of water from the one who is many. You don't know what that means, but it makes you feel warm and cared for. You take a sip of the cool water and immediately feel as if you have drunk oceans of a refreshing liquid. All your bad dreams of the night are gone, and you feel much at home. Arnla comes skipping cheerfully into the mound. Kiki, guess what? The Council of Elders says you can go herding with me while they debate about you. Won't that be fun? You don't know what will happen next, or if the Council will help you get home. But you're not sure that matters. These Olmor are so nice that you won't mind staying with them on Volturnus for a long time. The end. Fuck, we in a cult. All right. We're going to go back and try the other choice. We're going to go and try to drink the water. $95, yep. Colts are good. They think for you, yeah. You think for a moment and suddenly feel very tired. There really has been enough excitement for one day. You're right, Jack. Whoa, this is the wrong page. We had left Jack behind. So, oh yeah, this is the one. You feel you'll die unless you get water. Here we go. You know water has special value here. Maybe if you paid for it, it would be okay. You creep to the roof structure in the middle of the village. Eagerly, you draw the bucket from the well and drink thirstily. After drinking your fill, you pull a unipen from your pouch and search for a bit of paper. You quickly write a note. Thank you for the water. I am leaving 5 credits to pay for it. Kiiki. Leave the note and some permaplastic credit coins on the well and scurry back to the mound. They quickly drop back to sleep. Thief! The harsh cry wakens you. Arla's mother stands by your couch, her 9th tentacle on your spine. Arla is at the foot of the couch, looking worried. 4 Olmor elders crowd behind Condudro. They keep sending angry glances your way. You know that paying for the water was not enough. I'm sorry, you say to Arla. She looks to you frighteningly, too frightened to reply. But there is understanding in her eyes. You look back to Condudro to explain. I was so thirsty, and I paid for it. The pay doesn't matter, she says sadly. The water belongs to the one who is many. The council must decide what to do with you. Dun, dun, dun. Why are these men's sweaters weird? I don't know. Why are you looking at men's sweaters? Let's all be unique together. We are the baby factory. Thought we said we were leaving. Yeah, we tried that. This is the other choice. The other choice went to an ending, Jess. You weren't paying attention. The Olmor with the most elaborate headdress makes a sign to Condudro. You feel both dismay and relief coming from her mind as she glances worriedly at Arla. And she says to you, the council has decided to banish you from to the desert. She removes her tentacle from your spine, and you feel as if all caring has been removed. Arla reaches over and says, I'm sorry. Yeah, me too, Arla. I was just so thirsty. Thanks for trying to help me. The Olmor elders surround you and begin to push you out of the mound, giving you only a second to grab Ting. One elder mounts a huge loper, and the others place you in front of him. Instantly, the loper starts to move. When the Olmor halts the loper, you are far from the village in barren desert. The Olmor drops you to the black, parched ground. The loper turns at his signal and gallops off toward the Olmor village. You are alone again. You are no nearer getting off Volturnus than you were yesterday. What do you do now? If you sneak back to the village to find Arla, try to get her help, turn to page 16. If you want to go back to your personal safety pod, turn to page 123. So go to Arla for help, or go back to the safety pod. Maybe you should go back to the choice of not going with the octopus. Too late for that, Jess. Too late for that. Try to get the octopus's help again, or go back to the personal safety pod. Arla. Okay, that's one. That's one. Both. I can't choose both, buddy. Safety pod. All right, 1 for the octopus, 2 for the pod, 2 for the pod, 1 for the money, 2 for the rock. All right. No safety pod. No weird tentacles. Well, you guys are in opposite agreement tonight. We got 2 for the pod, 1 for the octopus woman. Hey, Warren, can you grab me a full cup of ice, please? Full cup of ice, please.
Okay.
I'll have a Dr. Pepper this time. Go to the safety pod. Play some digital chess. That would be nice. All right, well, that's 3 for the pod, so 1 for the money, 2 for the pod, so 3 for the pod. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. All right, this one just has us turn to page 27. I thought Arla was someone else. No, Arla was the octopus girl.
This is all that's left.
Oh, fill it up, please. Fill her up, see. Need some more drink. Hope you guys are all having a good night and having some fun. We should be finishing up soon, though. Not much more to read in this book. I pretty much read the whole thing. You thought Arlo was something else. Okay. Start walking. You're back. You're back to the sun as it rises in the sky. Soon your throat begins to get dry again. You remember the lovely coolness of the water you drank during the night. Then you remember that the water is the reason you are here, trudging through the desert heat. You are beginning to doubt your choice of direction when you see a small group of trees that seem familiar. There, not more than a kilometer to your right, is the silver and green of your PSP, gleaming in the sunlight. You start to run, pulled by the thought of the shade it makes, as well as the idea that perhaps more food and water are stowed in the vehicle. You find a compartment on the right side that you had not investigated. What luck! It contains an emergency water supply for use in starting the fuel cell. You know it's pure water and you drink it down in a hurry. Then you relax in the shadow of the pod. In a few minutes, loneliness overwhelms you. Then you remember Ting. You turn on the CompuPal again. He immediately asks, "What has been happening to us, Kiki?" You explain, and Ting, good friend that he is, makes no judgments. Instead, you both start to wonder what you can do to let someone know where you are. And how come Jack isn't here? Run, Ford, run! All right, turn to page 27. Yeah, wow, we read and it has to turn somewhere else. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can finish this up here real quick. You can't just sit and wait. The beacon probably isn't telling anyone anything. Have you considered all possibilities, Kiki? Ting asked, a little sternly. The water is poisoned and you die. I want a cup of ice from the hospital. It's the only reason I like going there. The tiny ice cubes, I know what you mean. You just couldn't resist that stupid time machine, right? Your eye is caught by your combination radio calculator on your wrist. My chronomicon just isn't powerful enough to send a signal all the way out of the atmosphere. You sit down on the ground thinking and looking around vaguely. Then something else catches your eye, a broken tree branch. A fire, you exclaim. I'll build a signal fire. Anyone nearby will see it. Good, Kiki. Think first, then act. You set to work collecting all the dead branches you can find. You pile the wood the way you learned in cadets. You stuff dried grass into the pile and then hold your pocket fire cell above the grass. The light of the Volturnian sun is concentrated by the yellow crystals of the fire cell. Soon smoke begins to wisp out of the pile. If anyone is around, they'll see the smoke. You sit in the shade of your PSP, nibbling on some dried food you found on the craft. You take off your chronomicon, activating it. You speak into the tiny radio. This is Kiki testing. You don't expect any response, but the tiny device crackles and we hear you. Is that your signal fire? Stay there. We're coming. Did you hear Ting? Help us coming. And twice, Kiki. You're always saying that. Soon you see a skimmer speeding towards you. The skimmer pulls up and hovers next to your PSP. A large, fierce-looking human gets out. 2 Yazirians stay inside. Hey, are we going to burn the world again? I know that's what I was thinking. Escape pod have a distress beacon? It's supposed to. That future idiot forgot to put that on the pod. I know, right? Fire! Okay. Anyone with you, the man demands? No, sir. I escaped from a spaceship that was falling into the atmosphere. I was all alone in the rescue pod. Oh, you are? Where was Jack? Where's fucking fuck Jack? Okay, get in the skimmer. We'll find out who you are and what we can do with you. You don't like the way he said that, but you don't seem to have much choice. You grab Ting and start to enter the hovercar. What's the box, kid? One of the Azarians asked gruffly. My CompuPal, you say, but you don't want them to know anymore. We'll just relieve you of that burden. It grabs Ting and flings your computer friend back into the pod. Blast, you say angrily to yourself. didn't have to do that. And you jerk your shoulder from the human's grasp. The hover car lifts up on its cushion of air and zooms away from your PSP. You wonder why you would feel like you've been rescued. You watch the land change from black sandy desert to orange fields. Occasionally you glimpse small green wooded areas. Then in the middle of nowhere, the hover car stops. Get out. Perhaps you will be able to find a friend here. I'm going to try to find an ice maker that makes hospital ice right now. Our ice maker does some pretty good ice. I like it. This sounds like we sidestep stories where we got an individual pot alone. Yeah, maybe. But it's where we got led. Mystified, you get out and see a small tent. Two walls split and out comes a large, shiny, brown, eight-legged creature. Jack! Kiki, I thought you were dead. I was remiss in not making certain you were safe. You can talk all you want later. Get in that tent and stay there until we return. Human pushes you through the opening. Soon the roar of the skimmer disappears into the distance. You and your tutor are alone. Who are they, Jack? You whisper. You needn't whisper, Kiki. They've left me alone before. There was no point in my leaving until I had some idea of where I am. I don't know who they are. Whenever I ask questions, they reply that someone will be along soon to take care of me. Take care of you? Do they mean like gangsters? You ask, your eyes wide. You watch too much video, Kiki. Parting the tent flap, you peer out. No one's out there, Jack. Let's go out and look around. You slip through the opening, half expecting to be stopped. You and Jack walk all around the tent, looking in every direction. Behind the tent, about 1,000 meters away, you see the edge of what might be a forest. Let's head over there, Jack. Maybe we can find out what's going on around here. I kind of noticed something. When Jack's not with you, you have the CompuPal. When CompuPal wasn't with you, you have Jack. That's how the authors work in this one, I guess. I was trying to get my Thanksgiving songs finished to make you play them tonight, but they aren't ready. It's the pirates again. Yep. Turn to page 146. 146. That's near the end of the book. It's not the last choice, though. This can't be right. This takes us back around where the pirates were, guys. So I think we got sidestepped on this story, like Tiger said. So I think we're done, my friends. All right. That's Villains of Volturnus. We got captured by pirates, and that's how it ended. Or we burned the world down and then got picked up. I turned to the right page, Jess. I did. Sometimes these old books didn't match up properly. It happens on occasion. It looks like that's what we ran into tonight. But that was Villains of Volturnus, my friends. Make good or at least fun decisions. Yep, there you go. Fun decisions. I like the cover. The Larry Elmore cover is awesome. All right, so let's see what happened in the poll. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Look. We got 9 votes in tonight for the next for the season finale, and it looks like. Well, I'm going to end the poll. I know what it is. See if it goes into the chat. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. There it is. Right away. Good. Okay, in last place, we have Secret of the Jinn with 11%. Tied at 22% is The Surprise, Pick Something New, and Under Dragon's Wing. So finally, our winner, Circus of Fear. We will be reading Circus of Fear in our season premiere in February. So that's what we're reading next time, my friends. Wait, I sent a weird sweater pic. All right, let me see. Did you send me emails? So I'll look. Oh, looks like my water arrived today too. Let's see if I can. I'll have to convert this, or if I have to convert it. Oh, looks like I can do this one. Well, I'm doing that, waiting for that to load in. Well, these are the let me this down for a second. I will show it. I will. You said a weird pick. I get it. I got it. I do. I'm showing all these weird picks. Yeah, Thanksgiving, they gave me these. StreamYard gave me all these to use for Thanksgiving if I wanted. I like that one the best. There it is. Here's your pick. Bum, bum, bum. That's cute. Interesting, Tiger. They also gave me these backdrops instead of, which I got to do like this or some crap. Show you these backdrops. Yeah, that one didn't work. Let's try this one. There we go. Happy Thanksgiving. I showed these off on the last one, but that's okay. I'll take the time. I'm not going to get to use them again. I be using some of them for our game Haven's Run if we get to play. But we got if Kate doesn't show this Monday, we may not be able to play, or we'll play the same characters, just a different game than I had planned. Okay, that's where I'm at. But that's a wrap on Villains of Volturnus, my friends. And next time, Circus of Fear, as you guys voted, which is good because then I don't have to worry about getting something. That would have been cool too. All right. Also, I want to thank you guys again, Phil, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, and I will put up with the poop. And for the 99-cent sticker, super sticker there, Jess. I appreciate that too. That was cute. Flash radio now. No, I think I'm about done tonight. No. Unfortunately, Jess, I'm kind of wiped and my voice is kind of done. But yeah, maybe if I have time this weekend, I'll do a flash radio, but I doubt it. We've got a lot to do. I got to go see my mom on Sunday, and tomorrow we got lots to do. We're supposed to be doing stuff tonight here too. We're supposed to have our Christmas party and clean up in here. We've cleaned up a lot, and that's where our tree is going to go, right there. So we got a place for it already, but we're not going to be decorating it until the tiger's back. Yes, good night, my love. And good night, my friends. Thank you all for joining me. If you join me for the, if you join me in the replay, thank you. Like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube-y stuff. Let me do this for StreamYard since they are so good to us. And whenever anybody clicks on that, we get a little bit of discount on our on our StreamYard, and it helps out. It does. Good night, Tiger. Happy you made it tonight. I'm happy Tiger made it tonight too. Glad you could make it in too, Christopher Works. Thanks for joining us. And Cool Gamer, I know you're around. And Phil, thanks for being here. And Ray hasn't commented in a bit, but Ray, thanks for being in. Play some digital chess. Playing games on YouTube. Thanks for being here. Bud Files and Betty, retirement, and Bobby Catalano was in here at the beginning, but I guess she fell asleep on it. So thank you all for being here, and I really appreciate you guys. I really do. And yeah, it's almost been 2 hours, Jess. We did pretty good. Oh, Ray fell asleep. Well, whisper in his ear for us. Put these back up. It's for the rest of the show, at least. Thank you, guys. Circuits of Fear next time. Hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, hopefully we'll be gaming Monday night. I do want to run. However, it's up to my players because Kate may not be able to make it. Kate is having some life issues, and I'm not going to go into details unless they want to share them. You know, that's just how I roll. But they're having to make some tough choices in life right now, as Tiger is, and with family and whatnot. And you know, it's really rough on Kate right now. So They might not be able to make it on Monday night for our game, which I hope they do. But if they don't, then I'll either take the same characters and run a different adventure than I had planned, or you need to play your Thanksgiving songs. You need me to play them? I'll tell you what, Jess. If you send them to me now, I'll play them real quick. But I'm not making videos out of them. I don't have time. I don't have time to do that. I'll just play the music. I'll put these images up. These silly ones. I'll put these up. I'll put these backgrounds up and do this. Yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, my friends, oh man, my voice is done. I'm out of breath. Yeah, me too, Jess. I mean, positive vibes. I sent out all my hugs and prayers, and that's about all I can do. I mean, I am gonna go to Cali, and we may see her while we're down there. I hope so. They aren't ready yet. I need 15 minutes. I don't know if I got 15 minutes. Yes. I'll tell you what. I will play them during the game on Monday, okay? And if I don't do a game, I'll do something Monday night, okay? We'll do something. I can play them on that night, okay? I plan to be live Monday night. So does that work for you, Jess, Monday night? That way you got more time and you can send them to me and we can actually put them in videos and all that good stuff. Does that sound better? Okay, cool. All right. So on that note, my friends, we'll see you the next time. Sleepy now. Yeah, I'm getting there too. I feel that way too, Jess. It's okay if it happens to all of us. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you for being here and joining me, and I hope you had fun. I know I did. I enjoy reading to you and making voices and being silly shit and just having some fun with it. We'll see you next time, my friends. Good night.